I am Dev Narayanan. I head the sales and service delivery operations for TCS Ion Digital Manufacturing. It's a strategic business unit of TCS. So before I introduce our speaker for the day, Mr. Arjun Deshpande, I will just give you an overview on the topic of discussion today. We are going to be talking about the Atmanirbhar Abhiyan program, which the government has rolled out, and what it means for the MSME segment. The micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME as it is called, this sector is one of the most vibrant and dynamic industrial sectors, contributing significantly to our GDP, to the tune of almost 45 to 50% of the GDP. It employs around 40% of the Indian workforce. In the current challenging times, where survival of the MSME itself is at stake, Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, ANBA as it's called, intends to address the needs of the MSME sector and pave the way for long-term sustainability and profitability of MSMEs. New startups operating in manufacturing and ancillary services sector, especially in the medical area, like medical devices, and also in robotics and many other fields, may consider registering themselves as MSME. A host of benefits such as priority lending to cluster financing, tax exemptions, and all of these are available to such startups, along with new benefits under the ANBA. That's the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So let's today understand how the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan can scale up the business for pharma industry. Today we have with us Mr. Arjun Deshpande. He's a CEO and founder of Generic Aadhaar. It's a new startup organization in the generic drugs domain area. So to introduce Arjun, he's one of the most popular and of course the youngest entrepreneur in India right now. He is the CEO and founder of Generic Aadhaar. Arjun completed high school from DAV Public School in Thane in 2018. From his very young age, he was intelligent and a bright kid who was observing the new world of business and especially the pharma industry. He was observing very closely as his mother is also in the international pharma business. So it stoked a keen interest in Arjun to think something out of the box for making a change in the pharma industry. As he completed the 12th commerce in 2020, he got started with this new business idea. Primarily, Arjun believes in the whole concept of knowledge is power, and he is wisely managing his education with his innovative startup venture. Arjun has also been titled as a Pharma Wonder Kid. He was awarded the Young Entrepreneur Award by none other than actress Madhuri Dixit Nene at Asia's biggest entrepreneurship awards in 2020. He was awarded as the Dynamic Entrepreneur of the Year 2020 and Student Entrepreneur of the Year 2019. India Achievers Forum awarded him as the Indian Young Achiever of the Year 2020. Indian Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Association has also felicitated him for his innovative work. So already quite an accomplished founder and businessman, Arjun Deshpande is with us. It's a privilege and honor for us to have you, Arjun, on our channel with us in this program. So welcome to TCS Ion Direct Academy channel.
Thank you, TCS Ion, for having me here.
Thank you. So we are all excited to know more about your business and how you're driving it and your thought processes. So we have a set of questions. Let me start up by asking you, how did you get this idea and when did you get the idea about the startup, Arjun?
So at Generic Aadhaar, I have started at 2018. When I saw the real problem in the industry where that people, the senior citizens or the pensioners who are buying the medicines on the regular basis were not able to get the medicines at affordable price. And medicines are not the luxurious expense; it is a basic necessity of every individual. So, as a young kid at my age of 16, I saw in India is a pharmaceutical hub for entire world. Maximum of the pharma products are with export from India to entire world, and the lack of awareness of generic medicines in India, due to which branded companies, MNC companies, are marketing generic medicines as branded, so that increases the basic of the cost of the product. But outside India, 90% of the medicines are generic. Okay, if we talk about the recent examples of hydroxychloroquine, hydroxychloroquine is not a brand name; it is a generic name. So when as a young kid, I saw the real problem that senior citizens were not able to get the medicines. That time, with a sole mission to provide affordable healthcare to each and every individual of India, and by aggregating the single retailers, because today in the globalized world, big medical malls are coming, online pharmacies are coming. So due to that, in India, 10 lakh plus retailers are existing. They were not able to compete with these big players in the market. So, generic Aadhaar, when I started my first store, I convinced our retailer who was there from last 7 years in the market. So he was really happy to come back in the market and compete with the big medical malls. So, in generic Aadhaar, we are solving two major problems. One is of the affordable medicines to end customer, and also in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, we are supporting the local chemists who are there from last a few years and not able to compete. So, this ecosystem I am building in the pharma industry today.
Right. It was very thoughtful of you to have come up with such an idea, and that too at such a young age. But being an entrepreneur is not an easy challenge anywhere in the world, particularly in India, where there are a lot of government formalities and competition and so many challenges to come up with. So we wanted to ask you what kind of challenges did you encounter in starting your venture, Arjun?
Sure. So the major challenge what I have faced and I am overcoming it, that is the awareness of generic medicines to the masses. Because for at the initial level, we were limited to certain cities or certain states. But now, when we are expanding across the nation in each and every corner of India. So now the main challenge, and we are overcoming that, is the awareness to the end users about generic medicines. Because of the high marketing gimmick, the branded MNC companies have put in all the patients' mind that branded medicines are something different than generic medicines. But that is an absolutely false statement. In India, 85% of the medicines are generic. Okay, so that is the real awareness from various platforms like TEDx or other platforms. We are creating awareness to the end customers that all the medicines from WHO GMP facilities will be going to give to end customer. So that trust value we have built at Generic Aadhaar today.
Right. So you could identify that there was a problem in this area, and you saw that as an opportunity, and you obviously decided to work more on it and build it up. So I think that's a fantastic learning for everybody to understand.
Yeah, sure. Because I always believe that every young entrepreneur, every entrepreneur should always think out of the box, and always to think that the industry should be, he should, by his innovative revolution, he should change the industry for the betterment of the people. So that was a main motto of Generic Aadhaar to start Generic Aadhaar.
Right, Arjun, I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, now it's all right.
Yeah. Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head. India's future is all about entrepreneurship and the youth actually taking charge of being entrepreneurs. So, but also my next question, Arjun, is about how you arrange the funds. Now, India is becoming highly digital, as of course the rest of the world, and government is also supporting the innovative startups. How did you benefit from the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and how did you arrange funds for your venture?
So if we talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, we are giving the job opportunity in each and every cities. At the company level, definitely now we are expanding in 100 plus cities. We have already started our operations, and now Honorable Mr. Ratan Tata sir is there with me. He has joined hands with me. So now everything is becoming and reaching out to the masses of India. And now as a Arjun Deshpande, to support Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local mission, we are creating direct, indirect job employments across the nation. So when I say that, we are not only creating jobs, but I am also creating entrepreneurs in each and every cities of India. So when I say that, whenever we give our franchise outlet, minimum 3 employments have been generated through that. So that is the main step what we are currently building on. And I wish in next 2 to 3 years time, I will try to create direct, indirect around 10,000 employments.
Yeah, actually, that's an amazing thing. The whole idea of not just building a business or an enterprise, but also giving opportunity, job opportunities, and entrepreneurial avenues you are opening up for the youth. Actually, that's the biggest contribution from your side, as I see it also. So, what will be your advice to young entrepreneurs like you who want to start their own venture? And how do you think they can make maximum use of this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan?
So one thing I will definitely like to speak that start early, because when we start early, definitely that will be a benefit for society and yourself as well. Because I believe when we are growing, we should let people also grow with us. Okay. So
Absolutely.
I always believe that youth should be a game changer for the industry, and definitely age should not come in between of your innovative ideas, what I believe. Because if you have the self-confidence and willpower to do something out of the box, definitely society will support you in that. But the starting step, you should take that. If many youngsters talk to me or discuss with me that I have this innovative idea, or I want to start in this industry at my age of 19, 20 or 21. So they just think that what society will think of them. So at that point, if you don't start, people will say nothing. But if you start, people will say something to you. So that is the main thing. What the first step, if you climb, definitely the next 9 definitely will be climbing that.
Absolutely. Support is there. It's only for us to make the beginning. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Right. And Arjun, tell us how your startup, Generic Aadhaar, has made an influence in the market among people, and how is it different? What are the parameters you would say? How is it different from the other pharma companies?
So the MNC companies in India, see, I will just give you a background about the pharma industry for all the audience over here. In India, if we take an example, there are 8,000 manufacturing facilities of pharmaceutical which have been accredited by Government of India. Okay. And there are top 100 to 200 companies who are ruling the market in the terms of branded medicines. Okay. Now all the top 100 or 200 companies are using this 8,000 manufacturing facilities only for contract manufacturing. Okay. So if you take any of the medicines from the local chemist store, if you turn that branded product, you will find that marketed by the MNC company name and manufactured by XYZ manufacturing company name. Okay, so this is the trend of India pharmaceutical industry. If in Generic Aadhaar we are getting certain products at ₹20, the MNC company also get the same product from the manufacturer for 20. But due to the brand of certain company, the 20 rupees product is being sold at the market for 200 or 300. That has been effect for the senior citizens. In Generic Aadhaar, that 20 rupee products we are selling at 50 rupees. So there is a huge gap between that. So pharma industry and the opportunity in the industry is really big, and now we are trying to change that. And now we in the certain stage, in many states, we have been successful for that today.
Okay, that's really wonderful. And so, I mean, it is very. It's an innovative idea that you came up with, and I'm sure there must have been some inspiration behind coming up with this idea, and who supported. So who is your inspiration, or how do you keep yourself motivated, Arjun? This is something which I'm sure a viewer or particularly the youth would like to know?
Inspiration is the real fact, the real demand from the people. My inspiration, when the senior citizens give me blessings, that is my inspiration. Whenever we go for any inauguration now, many around 150 to 200 senior citizens are standing over there for giving just the blessings to me. So that is a real inspiration to grow more for them. And definitely the support of Ratan Tata sir with me is really very good, and his blessings with me are special blessings for me, and that is the reason we are growing. And for any entrepreneur to start, he or she should have the inspiration. And for me personally, when I have started the venture, I used to read lot of books, or I used to view the lessons from great entrepreneurs like Elon Musk or Ratan Tata sir himself or Jeff Bezos or any industrialist who have achieved or who have changed the game in his or her industry. Because I believe that we should learn from the failures of the great entrepreneurs. That will help to build your own venture a lot. So that is one of the things.
Right. You are also very blessed and lucky to have got the support of Mr. Ratan Tata, which is a very rare thing, and that's of course one of the biggest, motivation, I'm sure, for you and your business and the entire ecosystem itself. Is there one or maybe a few moments in the last few years that are very memorable, which you think have kind of help you make decisive actions? Anything memorable that you want to share with?
So I would like to share one thing that last year in Mumbai there is area called Kalyan. So when I came across one store opposite to Big Medical Mall, the senior uncle was running the store from last 40 years, and due to the Big Medical Mall competition from last 1 year, he was really in very tough times at his senior age. So that time he discussed with our team that how should I grow and how should I compete with them. So that time when I personally explained him what Chandrik Aadhaar is helping a normal retailer for, so that time was really one of the happiest moment for him as well, because at the age of 80 or 85 he cannot change his business or do something different, because he have the established setup of one medical store, and at this age no one was supporting him for his livelihood, so he have to only manage of his own. So that time Chandrik Aadhaar have standed with him, and now many people who want to start a new business, we are giving a franchisee of Chandrik Aadhaar to them. So there are many moments like this who have come across me, so that were good moments for me.
Right. That's really wonderful and motivating, Arjun, and for all of us. I'm sure not just the youth, but anybody who who want to start a venture, they can look up to you and then pick up some of these things, and how you took the initiative and they took those major decisions and moved forward. Arjun, you mentioned about some of the important moments that were kind of momentous, I would say. Some important moments, and which were kind of the cornerstones, to coming up to this level. And so my next question was, what are your future plans? How do you plan to grow the business and build the entrepreneurship ecosystem in India?
Correct. So currently Chandrik Aadhaar have expanded more than 100 cities currently, and in next 1.5 years time we will be reaching out 300 plus cities, and minimum we are planning to have 100 retailers in per city, and now in many cities we have started our operations as well. My main mission, I believe that I don't only want to expand in urban cities, but I believe that the real India starts 40 kilometers away from the urban cities, and that is a real need we have to solve. So Chandrik Aadhaar is also focusing on 3-tier area, 2-tier cities, because the real India starts over there. Because when we receive a calls on our head office from various people that in his or her area the medicines are not accessible or they are not getting the products, so that is the real problem they are facing at the rural part. So we are expanding over there as well.
Thanks, Arjun, for sharing your future plans. It's very exciting. Uh, Let me also ask you, do you have competition right now? See more people coming into this domain, this space of generic drugs, and how do you plan to encounter them?
Now, our respected Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji on 7th March 2020, he have mentioned that generic medicine is the necessity of every individual. Okay, and the awareness what we are creating from last 2 to 3 years, the results are today out, and with the Prime Minister's effort of Jan Aushadhi Yojana, so we don't see Jan Aushadhi as our competitor, because the main intention of Jan Aushadhi Yojana is for the giving the right product to right customer at the affordable price. So Prime Minister don't want to do a business with Jan Aushadhi, but as a social responsibility is doing. So at Generic Aadhaar also, we are not competing with anyone currently. So our competitors, we have make our friends, because the retailers who are there in the market, we are not competing with them like big medical, also online pharmacies. We are taking them under the roof of Generic Aadhaar to support them. So that kind of thing we are currently doing, and my intention is to support the similar visionary people.
That's wonderful, Arjun, and it's been very exciting to know, the whole conceptualization of your idea and how you developed it, created a business plan, and then built up this opportunity that has come up, and to the benefit of all Indians. So I would request you to share your final remarks and key takeaways that our viewers and the people at large can listen to you and understand.
I would suggest that our youth should be a job creator, not a job seeker, because like Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, for Indian economy, job creators are needed, not job seekers. So I believe that Indian youths should be India's productivity, not liability. So that is the main thing what I should suggest, and I always discuss with young minds for the same. And if anyone have the great idea, start early and try until you don't success. Okay, because don't quit early, because at the entrepreneurship time, when you start your own startup, definitely challenges will come at his or her manner, but you should concentrate on your own product and your own idea. Definitely success will come. Yeah.
So it's been a very good discussion, Arjun. Thanks for taking out your time and joining us in this program. And we really look forward to having more opportunity to interact with you and work with you in the future. So thanks so much, and pleasure to have had.
TCS Ion is really a very great platform for young entrepreneurs, and that will really motivate a lot. So yeah.
Thank you, Arjun.